for discernment. Thank you for spiritual estimate, the spiritual covenant that you made with your bride. And thank you for all things good and bad. Thank you for all things after your own counsel and for your own pleasure. So, yeah, things we don't understand why you do the things you do, because you are the equator and you pour out a just measure, and all things that we can't understand if we wait, all things will be revealed. So only so much you should be looking at in this world. You should discern all things, but we're under a testament where there's a reason why we're here. We're here to serve the Father. So we got to remember, we have to thank him for all things, through the trying times, the difficult times, the good times, and the bad times. So more light on this subject. There we go. All right. We got more light. We can see each other now. All right. Careful of the eyes. Careful of the thieves. We got studio lights here with the solar. Thank you, Father, for solar. Thank you for the sun, the S-O-N and the S-U-N. His greatest weapon. Are you ready for the sun to take out your boom, your lithium boom device? Could go boom at any moment. They just trigger the lithium. So I'd come in and we'd see what you're doing here. I said, see what's going on, what's your plan, what's your meat plan, what's your get the flock out of Dodge. Welcome to now the building of the mobile ministry. So we'll talk a little bit about that. See what's on your radar tower in your city. Are you in a city? God hates cities. He destroyed Babylon. Remember, he destroyed with fire, and he destroyed Israel because they were idolaters and they went after Baal gods, a booby god. That's both man, beast, and woman. Satan has breast, in case you didn't know. We reveal the truth on this channel. People don't want to hear it, but outstanding. Nova Scotia, that'd be awesome to go there. That's pretty, that'd be a site. That's got to be some amazing visuals, other than, the things of this world, but beautiful in that Nova Scotia. What a blessing to be able to go there. Outstanding. Thanks for coming in, Lion. We're discussing the mobile ministry. I didn't get to buy the vehicle that I thought I was going to buy, but I did be able to get something. So it's a start. I could get out of here. I feel much better in some ways. Maybe I could have got something different, but this is the one I'm going to start with as a base, and it's a good build as a start, and it will go and get the flock out of Dodge. So that's important, to have this continual pounding on this channel of the ability to get away from people who are not prepared, ill prepared. So the yeah, absolutely. So we haven't been doing a lot of work here recently because I had to get another vehicle. I had to go into town, and we were able to get a canopy for his truck, which is awesome. The Overlander. I'm starting this Overland build on this 97. The only thing I could have bought something with less miles, but I'm glad with what I got. It's a good vehicle, and it'll probably go for at least another 100,000. I don't plan on being around that long. I already got the vehicle that I was going to get. I was going to get that right-hand steer 4Runner, but that didn't work out, so I ended up buying a 97 with a lot of miles on it. But it's okay. I got it at a reasonable price because I still have land payments and taxes due next month on all the 65 acres of land. So I can't just, although I would have put myself on and had to maybe even spend all my precious metals and everything, put it all in one thing, I can now build this into an overland vehicle. And it's a good base where if I had to ever replace the motor in it, for now, I'm not going to even be concerned. It runs good. Runs excellent. So I'm just going to build an overland vehicle. So you'll get to watch the only thing I don't like is red, but Kevin was laughing at me. He's like, God spanking you because I don't like red. That's like the worst color I could have gotten, but it's okay. I'll paint it myself. I'm not looking to have it. It's not about appeal. It's about functionality and cover and concealment. So the tall tires, not wide. Exactly, Jack. By the way, I should get checked up by a doctor. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but anyways, what are you, some kind of psychologist, some MD in here? You gonna want to stick me or something, jab me? People are sick, man. Government. You work for the government there, Mozart? Huh? Bach? Buster? Anyways, thanks for coming in, brothers, sisters. I appreciate your time here tonight. Your time, and working on, again, coming up with ways to, yes, get taller tires. Exactly, Jack. So I was looking at tires because that's one of the first things. A bumper is very important in an overland build, and a winch, very important to be able to pull yourself out of a sticky situation. So a rack, an overland rack, there we go. I'm already on it. I found one yesterday. I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more. I don't want to get this one. I found a 4x basket, but I found one that's 72 inches long by 39, and I think that'll be a better, yeah. So I'm gonna have to. Bumpers are very expensive, so I'm just gonna have to wait and be patient until that one comes up that I can afford. I can't just throw out money like that on a bumper right now. So, but if I wait and hopefully I'm patient, I'll find, because it's a second generation. I think those go for 96 to 2001 or something. I think that second gen goes. There's a lot of years. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to try to be on that, a front and a rear eventually, So I'm going to overland it, get the tanks, the side mounting tanks, the 2.5 gallon, the ones that screw on, water tanks down the side, all that, pop-up tent, the whole overland. It's going to be something that will allow me to have the mobility where I won't need a motel room the dogs with my 4-legged alarm systems going off out there. So no, I didn't get that this time line. I didn't even spend, like I said, I don't have regrets, but hey, at least I got a little bit of money left in my pocket to maybe pay taxes. I don't have quite the land payment yet, but it'll all work out. So I saved some money in my pockets. I didn't have to cash in the precious metals. So the only thing I think I could have bought something with lower miles. So what, 80,000 less or something? I don't, whatever. They get a lot of miles. The 3.4 is a good motor. For now, there's a lot of them out there. Versatility, if things broke down, there's a lot of those 3.4s that I could rob parts from. So cool, Martello, cool, awesome. You were talking about it. So like I said, it's not exactly what I wanted, guys. It's actually kind of the farthest thing from what I wanted, but it's okay. I'm kind of liking it so far. And I just don't really have, like I said, I could have thrown a lot of everything I had, and then I'd be days away from all my land payments. And, it's going into winter and it's getting harder and harder to come between, items like motorcycle that I have for sale and some of these things that I have for sale. And I've already sold some of my things now to get the money to buy this one. And so I'm thankful that I have it, although it's not a low mile. Maybe I can start looking for a low mile motor for it or something and keep that ready and on the ready. And when I'm ready, I'll do a replacement. But for now, this seems to have an okay motor, and it seems strong. It has 280,000, but these motors will go for 4 or 5 and 6 and 100. No, I didn't it's the 3.4. So that's what I'm familiar with, is the 22 RE. But I've had several of those before, never had a 3.4, but man, it has got a lot of power. It is, that I have something. Like I said, it's not ideal, but it is. I can make it. It seems it's not a 5-speed, which I would have liked. There we go. It's a base. It's changed. You can modify all kinds of things with it. So I'm just glad that I didn't have to put everything I had into it, because it put me in a real tough situation here. And like I said, these next couple months, I don't think, if I have a little bit here to hold on to something, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the precious metals markets. It's not, but the important thing that I do is I have something as a base to build off of. And I do believe eventually, brothers and sisters, that once I take and I turn over this land to the ministry, I'll struggle. I won't have any struggles building that Overland vehicle either, because I'll be able to ask for tithes to the ministry. And that's important. So now that I have this is knocked out and out of the way. I told you the mobility is very important to me. Extremely, 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 extreme. It's like top priority. Like, get the flock out of Dodge. I think every one of you that don't have a Toyota is an idiot. Well, not like, I'm not insulting you. Remember, there's nothing that's gonna, maybe a Jeep, like a older Jeep, but tried and tested as a Toyota. And if you don't know a Toyota, you're just flirting with disaster. You really are. Population density being the number one killer, and the further you can get away from population, the better you're going to be. So I'm not being sensational. I'm not here to please you or worry about what you think. I have to be like Noah and just listen to what the Father tells me. I'm just sharing, what it is that he tells me to do. And under this covenant, it's wise and meek and gentle and loving and patient and kind, and all those things are not fighting. That's the God of Aleph. That's the God of the Old Testament. And I'm not here as a messenger and claim to be a teacher if I wouldn't be teaching the gospel, which is meek. I teach a meek gospel. I'm a pacifist. Although I'm a trained killer, military veteran, blah, blah. I'm not under that covenant. I don't want to hurt anybody. Even an animal, if I have to, I'm going to try to put it out of its misery as fast as I can so I can eat it. Organic. I never had a recall on chipmunks. Brook trout. Sorry about puppies over here looking. I wonder what's going on. What are you doing, buddy? No, you're not having any of my pizza. Go. You're begging again. You're not having it. That's mine. Go lay down. Nope. I don't want to hear it. Vamoose. Go lay down now, please. Tango, go lay down. Good try. Go lay down. I'm not having it. I don't do begging animals. I'm going to eat you. I'm going to have some dog meat tacos if you don't go lay down. Go lay down now. Just told the dog's going to have dog meat tacos. I have some pizza heating up on the wood stove, and he thinks that he's going to get a bite of it. And I would have given him the crust, but now he's not getting it. Go lay down now. Go lay down. He's not even going to get the bones this time. Yes, thank you all. Well, no, that's what I mirror. Remember, Jack, I mirror the ministry over here. is High Desert Faith and Truth. So I always send people over to Brother Jim. That's what this channel is about. It's about predestination. Although we had a name change, it's because this ministry is taking over, as I was telling you, that we're taking and doing things with Brother Jim's message that hasn't been done. No, dog's already ate. He just had dinner. Dad has decided to heat up some jalapeno barbecue pizza, and he thinks he's going to get some. And because he was begging, I'm not going to even give him the bones this time. I don't like begging animals. I can deal with a lot of things, but begging, definitely not on my list. So my dogs don't beg, but something must be the jalapenos on there. Maybe it's the barbecue sauce, but anyways, I don't eat pizza most of the time because it has pagan on it, or pork, excuse me, not pagan, pork, and I don't eat pork. So, but jalapenos are good. So anyways, thanks for coming in, and I appreciate Jack making a mention over there, because all the work that's done over here is to drive people to that ministry. So thank you for going over there and watching Brother Jim, because you can relearn. And hopefully, as I've told no, you got to get out of that Martello, out of your 2-wheel drive. That's nothing. Your 2-wheel drive's going nowhere. You got to get off the road. You're not going in meetings. You have to get off the road. But good call. But you're not. You got to get into a 4-wheel drive Toyota, and like yesterday, sell the thing and get a Toyota. Yesterday. Seriously, I don't know what you're doing. Hurry. Vamonos. Andale. No, do whatever you think you feels. Don't worry about it. Don't do. I know that I'm not here to try to change anybody or influence anyone. I'm just telling you what I'm doing here, brothers, sisters. I know that others will understand what I'm saying, and you do what I'm saying. But see, I don't want you running away. I want you to get away. You're going to be high-speed chases. I don't want down the, just right off the road at a nice speed, nice, even. Don't kick up dust. Don't make noise. Don't. Seriously, the lesson I teach you is, so, guys, get into something right now if you have, and I'm not telling you, this is what I want to teach you by lesson, is what I'm doing. And you don't have to do what you feel that's right in your space and time. But in my space, it's like, get the hell away from people. I don't want to be around anybody. I'm going to help whoever I can when the smoke clears. I've been helping people my whole life. I've joined the military. Well, not my whole life, but at 17, I joined the military. So I don't want to say that I'm not willing to give my life or try to, hopefully a cause for others. So that's just in my nature. There's 2 kinds of people in this life. There's service to self, and then there's service to others. And you'll know them by their fruit, brothers, sisters. So I know what you're saying. One of me wants to be in a high-speed chase. I hear you, Mark. I hear you. I hear you. But either way, it's so that you don't have to fight with anybody, brothers, sisters. It's so that you have a B plan. And I've told you before that the fastest way out of town is going to be, the slowest way, because everybody's going to try to take that route. Thank you so much for coming in again, Cast Iron. Good to see you. How's the old seasoning coming on them pans there? How's your preferred method of seasoning? Cast Iron's been in here before. Just making a mention, guys. Thanks, Cast Iron Talks. We talk a lot about before preparedness, and Cast Iron's in that narrow way. Speaking of preparedness and things too, this is just part of the preparedness plan. You don't want to sit there and have to defend your things. If you can get out of town, is it worth killing somebody over? Let's not kill anybody, brothers, sisters. Let's get out to the country, away from people, and get out of the cities and get in and start growing your own food and becoming your own boss of your own time. Become a time master. Master your time. What's worth more, money or time? You tell me. So please, narrow is the way. I'm out here at Silver Rock Ranch, and I could provide and have had, husbandry animal, raised sheep and goats and chickens and rabbits and have housed cows. And that's the narrow way, brothers, sisters. This city life with this Checkers and Rallies and Hardee's and McDonald's and In-N-Out, whatever, this self-service, Burger Queen, King, whatever, McDonald's, drive-through, Dutch Brothers, all this is not how we shouldn't be eating anything from these stores. We should be growing all our own food. We really should. That's how you stick it to the man. And they can't tax your tomato plant, can they? Fast food cancer. Seriously, brothers and sisters, the narrow is the way. I'm not pushing this on you for no reason. Narrow is the way. Narrow yourself off of these cheeseburgers and McNuggets and Cokes and microwaves and channel, get off being channeled. And time, what is time? What would you rather have, money or time? And then time, what is time? Why you sit there and tell you think time is not, time isn't what you think. Time, they used to harvest by the moon. They used to grow by the moon. They used to do things at night most of the time. They traveled by the night time. Now people are afraid of the dark. It's pretty interesting how people have devolved, not evolved. Not like evolution, like grown, like once again, we said that in this earlier stream, like why are there no monkey fossils, if man evolved from apes, why are there still apes? But I'll be eating my own local food till February and then starting harvesting March. Outstanding. So these things are important, brothers, sisters. Every time you grow a tomato plant or you have chickens that lay eggs, those eggs can't be taxed. Those are not taxable eggs. And I love sticking it to the man every way I can. I hate the government. I rebuke everybody who works for it and anybody who's a part of it. They're my enemy, and the government is the beast. If you hadn't figured it out in scripture, when it talks about the beast, it's the governments. So if you support that system, even this current red or blue one, I rebuke you, you idiot. Get off this platform or whatever. You stay on the platform, but unsubscribe. Now! I will tell you to do that. I don't sup with people who are going to vote for their own enslavement. Become your own ruler. Become your own power company. Become empowered by the sun. There's ways to stick it. Every time you don't pay a power bill, you don't pay a tax. Every time you don't pay a trash bill, you don't pay tax. Every time you don't pay a water bill because you drilled your own well, you don't pay tax. I'm tired of this, guys. Stop paying these people, this system, this government, this corporation. The government is the central banks, in case you hadn't figured it out. It's not this Trump. It's not the democracy America. It is the banksters. The central banks are the government, in case you hadn't figured it out. The money changers, the ones who tax us every time. Not by the treasury, without interest. That is all behind you, long gone. You don't live in that world anymore. Grow up. Please become your own gardener. Every time you grow celery, you stick it to the man. Every time you go and you grow your own cannabis, you don't go to a dispensary and you don't smoke that, eat that, whatever you do, that crap. It's not cannabis anymore. Glycol and space rocks and auto flower. Get out of here. That's genetically modified. Grow your own cannabis. Your own medicine. Seriously. Stop going to these dispensaries and paying these taxes. I rebuke dispensaries. Seriously, brothers and sisters. What the hell is going on here? Everybody just loves paying the man. Stick it to the man. Stick it to this government every way you can. One tomato plant, another way to stick it to that. Trade something. Do a trade. Every time you trade something, they can't tax you on it. See why they want to take away your cash? Digitally track and trace you. They treat you like you're a wild animal. They want to put you in a cage called a city, track and trace you, stick and poke and prod you and label you. And anytime you're feral, they catch you outside the cage. They want to put you back in there, huh? Vaccinate you, castrate you, neuter you. You feel like that? That's the city, huh? No, seriously. Brothers, sisters, I seriously, anytime you have you don't pay a power bill because you went independently solar, you're not paying taxes on that. Nope, you might have had to buy these things, but I'm in Oregon. I don't have to pay taxes on. Yep. That's another way to stick it to the man. Bud Light the system. It's what you don't participate in. Less is more a lot of the times. Less is more. Listen to me. Less. You go into court. Oh, they're freaking giving me the schwack on this. Hold on one second, brothers, sisters. What's going on here with my, let me check my signal here. We're having some issues. Probably the content. They don't like you to be tomato farmers. Oh, hey now, brown cows. Give me 1 second there. Speaking of cows. Whoa. My stream's getting all weird. I don't know, you guys. Let me do a sound check. I just got a message. Maybe that's all it is, messing with my content. Okay. Anyways, I see what it is. Okay, I'm tired of that back mono purple. Okay, well, whatever. It's just using a medicine, moderate. We'll move on to the subject. So grow your own tomatoes. Don't eat corn. Stop eating corn as much as you can. If you like to talk to tomatoes. We're doing the Veggie Tales. Seriously. Pizza. So, yeah, I don't care. F the government. And F everybody who supports it. And F everybody votes in this next election. I rebuke you. You're an idiot. You're a simple, I'm a simple kind of man. Yeah, right. That's all. You're a simple Simon. You're a layman, simple. Idiot toss. You support a beast, and I don't support this beast. So anybody who supports a system that sends trained killers to kill women and children, don't matter if they get in the way, not even signed up with battle dress uniforms or military fatigues outside their own borders. It's an apostasy to this New Testament, that this new covenant over 2,600 years ago. We've been failing it for 100 years as a nation. Well, when's the first time we went out, when our founding Masonic 33rd degree Mason founding father, who banned Christmas but did say no foreign entanglements, when's the first time we went outside our border? Now we've got 1,000+ military bases in over 180 countries. Remember those seven, what was that general said? The seven. Oh, Iran was the last one on that list of the seven, wasn't it? Here we are. What do you know? Welcome to the new age. Well, yeah, 7, the number of completion, 7 scepter, 7-11, or 7 or 9, 9 and 11 or 7-11. They call me the scapegoat bin Laden. Dancing Israelis at the bottom of the towers. Are you falling for this nonsense, brothers, sisters? The big show. Who's their point man? Mr. Thump, but who's running it? Oh, his buddy Pal. Pal, remember? I'm going to blow Pal's bubble. Or wait, I'm going to blow Pal. Or no, the bubble. What was it? Was it going to blow Pal? Oh, it was candidate Trump. The economy's in a bubble. He wasn't going to blow Pal. He was going to... the economy was in a bubble, and it was going to blow. Remember? And he was going to audit the Fed. Powell, the banksters, his buddies, the billionaire banksters, trillionaire, Elon. I warned you guys about that stinky muskrat, Mr. Iron Man himself. He's playing the role, isn't he? Tesla, all that nonsense. I rebuke this nonsense, brothers and sisters. Get away from it. I'm going to keep paying attention to it because I'm not taking my eye off the prize. He tells me be wise. Sinking sand, don't put my head in the sand. I build it on the rock. Remember the founding father, the nations of this founding, not the rock, but the Masonic, the 33rd degree. Jesus is the cornerstone, brothers and sisters. Remember, he said no foreign entanglement. So I rebuke America and anybody supports this government and borders going outside with 1,000+ military bases in 180 countries. If you support that, I rebuke you. I rebuke myself for serving the system. So whatever he said, come out of my people. So take that and stick that in your apple pipe and smoke that, Peter. Anyways, thank you for the gospel, Father. I'm not going to come off this message. You said through your apostle Paul to Ephesians 5, the fruit, don't partake. You'll know them, the children of darkness, the unfruitful works of darkness. The eye is the lamp of the body. And, he warns us about being filled with darkness, leaven, sin that rises, false, like cream. The laws of nature that always rises, Father nature. Little leaven leavens the whole lump. Little apple, remember that, putting that in your pipe and smoking it, that upsets the whole apple cart. Like leaven in sin spreads, like to the northern 10 tribes, Jezebel and Ahab, when the truth was married to a lie, when the sons of God came into the women of the traditions, Christmas, when the sons of God, when men that follow God's word started celebrating Christmas or married a wife who would celebrate Christmas, that's when the sons of God came into the women of men was about, not about aliens. Grow up, you idiot. You've been space farced by Mr. Space Farce himself, Mr. Trump, with his space farce. Remember the whole farce? Warp speed. Get it? Mr. Warp Speed himself, the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. In Warp Speed. Who are we talking about? Satan or Trump? He wasn't the seventh king, so he can't be Satan. What a bunch of idiots, all these people claiming Trump is Satan. But his house is decorated with Satan, though, huh? We expose that on this channel, so whatever's God be done. The Father is the only thing that protects this channel, just so you know. Thy kingdom come. What is that? When God says, if you are to pray, pray like this. Thy kingdom come. What does that mean? That's in the Lord's Prayer. Please explain what he means by thy kingdom come. Somebody please be a witness. Somebody please be a witness. Make sure I'm not the only one as your teacher. I got to make sure somebody's learned this lesson. I've been in here for years. Somebody be a witness. Nope, that's mine, girl. Thank you. Can I get a witness? Can I get a whoop, 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 whoop? Trying to get a witness. But he says, Our Father. He said, if you are to pray, pray like this. Our Father, who's not in the sky and not above our head and has never been above our head. God is not in the sky and never been in the sky. Dead people don't go to the sky. Why do people think dead people go to the sky? Because they're idiots. I rebuke anybody who thinks dead people are in the sky. Grow up, you child. Our Father, who's not your dad. When it says in the 10 Commandments, honor thy father, that is not your dad. If your dad does things that are ungodly, rebuke him. When it says honor thy mother, that's not talking about your mom. Your mother is your brothers and sisters in the narrow way. The sons of God. Not aliens. Not fallen angels. See how much a world, a bunch of idiots. I live in a world with a bunch of idiots. Hillary Clinton. Never forget the gates. The wide gate. I haven't forgot. Liam X. Mel. Hold on, guys. I got a personal thing with these people that are watching that are not the father. Liam was a good man. I want to know where Liam's at. Guys, I open up something you guys don't even know. Sometimes you just got to open up a can of worms. Why? Now, that man has already done his time. And he didn't hurt anybody. You took his voice away. So, thank you. I took a fellow brother that I know I was exposing. That was a man, a good man, very active in the state that I'm in. I don't know where he's at. They disappeared him. So you can find that name if you want to look in the past, but nobody's probably mentioned his name, and it needs to be brought up. Because people forget about even like the dead people laying. That'll probably soon be lithium batteries in North Carolina that Mr. was exposing that massively, and they took him off this platform. So, you know, there's a lot of people that have done what I've done and have just been taken off this platform. And some, in his case, they went after, put him in prison. They put him in a rape cage, and he was a family man, had a family. He was active again in his community to the south of me and was getting under people's skin, exposing the gate with Hillary and her whole clan, Trump, her favorite friend, and then Joe and Barry and the whole clan. They're all Kamala. They're all part of the same system. Red and blue make purple. Go on, girl. I'm big. No big. You too, Tango. Go. Now you're right in my face. Go on, girl. I know your dad teaches you. Go. I've seen you mine. Go. Go.
Wash it, lay down.
That way. Face the other way. Go. Thank you. So, thank you for a brother that was a man of God and heavily over the target, was a family man, brother, sister, had a family. So I don't know where his wife is. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know where his kids are. But I do think about him often. So, especially when I eat a piece of pizza, because it reminds me of his work. He did a lot of work on this platform. And I don't know if his work's still up, but that's why I rebuked Mr. 45, because he was going to drain the swamp, and he was going to put Hillary in jail, and he was going to audit the Fed, and he was going to build the greatest wall ever, and all this drink the Kool-Aid and all these underground things that were supposed to happen. All these people were supposed to get because of this EpiPen Island nonsense. His phone was pinged from Trump Tower to that same island and back. So F Donald J. McNugget. Mr. McScrooge Moneybags. And his tower. 58-story new mystery Babylonian tower. Manhattan Tower. And anybody who supports his bankster system, the number one selling product ever in the history of mankind is the Pfizer jab. And He's the creator of it in warp speed. Less time than it took for the revelation sign to come to fruition. Less time it takes for a woman to come to child. That normally takes 12 years. I was just having that discussion today with somebody, huh? Interesting. We're just going to usurp all that. We'll just have us a national emergency over the common cold. That's not even what it was. So everybody knows it was a scamdemic. So anybody who played along with that, I feel pretty bad for, they got gamed by the government. Fear, 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 fear. It was the fear factor. It was designed to wipe out the middle class. Create a two-tier society. First, socialism. What's the difference between socialism and communism, brothers, sisters? Just a matter of time. Because socialism always leads to communism throughout history. It always is up. Yep. Prognosco. For what is to come. To have foreknowledge of what is to come. That's what I just gave you by historical record. Who's the biggest socialist ever in the history of mankind? You were worried about Barry or Bernie. Was it Weekend Joe? No, Bernie Sanders. Remember the socialist? You got Trump, the biggest socialist ever in the history of mankind. Took more money from the taxpayer and gave it to his buddies at Pfizer, #1 earnings company in 2020. Pfizer, the creator of the Pfizer jab, Mr. Warp Speed, $2.2 trillion. I'll never forget. Like Mr. 3 towers with 2 buildings. Oh, wait, 2 buildings. Oh, no, 3 towers with 2 airplanes. Building 7, never forget. CIA headquarters, never forget. They call me a scapegoat, Bin Laden. His buddy. They're all in on it. Oil tycoons. The Bin Ladens were oil tycoons. They did business with the Bushes, brothers, sisters. Stay out of the bushes, but that's how ignorant you are on your U.S. history. Yes, the Bin Ladens, they're oil tycoons. Boom, shakalaka. Unraveling some history for you. Stay out of the bushes. So, Mr. dropping 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes with his Tesla tech and his buddy Mr. Musk been tagging along since Colin, there's never been a building ever destroyed by fire, a high-rise, and never been since. So shut the F up, you idiot, you demon, you distributor of lies and fortunes. I rebuke you. You probably read the 9/11 report, didn't you? Coal's a plant. So, anyways, it should be pretty obvious. The big signal here is Transgender Jesus, booby Jesus. Thank you, Father, for discernment. Let's just bring this. Let's just bring this right back over the target. Booby Jesus, Nimrod, 3 towers into 1 transgender building, Freedom Tower. See, free will. Satanist. What's the motto of the Satanist church? Do as thou will. Children are not supposed to see sex. I rebuke you. Ever, 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 ever. I don't care how you twist it, how you try to change it. Children are not supposed to ever until they're 18. So any way that you have allowed children to ever be messed with in any way sexually or touched or even be to their eyes or ears, you're wrong. God is going to put you. I want to hear this acceptance, wokens. God never going to tolerate one child seeing sex. You're wrong. In any form of it, ever. Because I'm eternal and I've never forgotten that this happens. We've done this over and over. Dude, Rome, never forget. Unlock these. The time you're bound to repeat those history because you just keep making the same mistakes, you idiots. Actually, you're a brute beast. You're unlearnable. You're stubborn like an ass. Can't learn them. I'm going to learn them something. This is it. The apocalypse. I'm going to learn them. Tango, go. You're not getting in any bones. I'm going to give them the other dogs so they didn't beg. They're the only one. One for Pants and one for, oh, our little nibble for Chewy. That one be Chewy. And one for Marcialago and none for Tago. Because you've been begging the whole time. You don't get any pizza bones. My dog's being a beggar. He's normally not that big of a beggar. Jalapeno barbecue pizza. Chilling. My kitty. You guys see him? There he is, Mr. Banner. There's Banner boy. There he is. Hey, handsome guy. Yeah, look at my awesome kitty. He's laying over here. So, coming back at you here. Hold on. I'm almost done with my... Oh, no begging. No begging. All right. Get out of here. Go on, Mr. Beggar. I don't like begging dogs. I didn't raise you to beg. Stormy pretty good about that. He listens. I don't know what's going on. Must be that jalapenos on that pizza. Something that was pretty good pizza, man. Hey, you gotta throw some pizza on the wood stove.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think we can stoke that fire here in a minute.
Okay.
So, anyways, thanks for coming in. My dog just got left out of pizza bones.
Oh.
If he just would have laid down like a good boy, he normally gets one. I don't know what got up his rear end. So, anyways, thanks for coming in, brothers. Okay, well, whatever. So, whatever, Cole. I don't know. There was more to it than just pyrotechnics, okay? I understand that. I exposed that, Cole. I don't think there's any other blogger that's exposed that Elon Musk had everything to do with it. His butt buddy. You know, yeah, right. You couldn't. I know more about those towers than most people. I was born in a place of towers, the concrete jungle. There's never been a steel building that's dropped by fire, and there's never been one since. So it's all a bunch of hogwash. It was all about trans building. One building, 3 buildings to be built into one building. I know of the tallest building in the world, the Dancing Israelis. I know who did it. I know how they did it. I don't think there is another blogger that's exposing that. I told you they took the backbone out with not pyrotechnics, but tech, millimeter wave as well. These people are more than, start thinking 5D, not just 2-dimensional. So that's one way that gets your pop, pop, pop building. But there was also a backbone in that building. It didn't have windows like a normal building. It was built to, 2 airplanes would have never taken that building out. No way in hell. Those buildings are being built to be hit by 4 and 5 airplanes. There's never been a steel building that has been dropped by fire, and there's never been one since. It's an impossibility. That's not how it happens, guys. That's not how it happens. That's not what happened that day. Nobody's ever talked about what I've talked about on this channel. And I don't care what people think. That building had a structure down the middle of it that cannot be taken out by melting steel or cutting the bottom, the explosion at the bottom and all that. No. There's something that's called millimeter wave technology that was used that day. And they don't want to talk about it. And nobody else is. I don't know one other blogger that's ever even brought it up one single time. The duality of how they did it. It's look over here, don't look over here. The pyro pop, 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 as we all could visually see at free fall, we knew that. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to take the main backbone of that building. That was not built like any other building that's ever been built. Look it up. I know. I was born in the concrete jungle. The city of Angelos Messengers. I know about high-rise buildings. I told you, I don't know. I'm not the I don't know. I believe that I am one of the experts on this opinion. I've read all the reports. I've lived this since this day. I know who's responsible. Nobody's ever actually pinned it on that man. And he's the one. There is one man that's responsible for doing it. That's why you saw those dancing Israelis at the bottom of there's their fingerprint is all over it. It was all about creating oil. And he holds the tech that created the oil wars. I mean, it's been going on since before then. Obviously, I told you, Bin Laden's were oil tycoons. Hello? Do you study anything? Any of your history? No, most don't. They just go with what they're told. So, why do you think he lives in a thump tower, 58 story? Why do you think he built a 3-in-1 tower? Yeah. It's all about transgenderism. There's, whether you realize it, it's a transgender building. The Freedom Tower, 44, Barry, the passing of 50 statewide marriage came 4 and 4. That's what that tower is. The triangles, as we talked about. 3 into 1. That's when all this became Babylonian right here. Completely wide open, 50 statewide. Next thing you know, boom, national emergency. The jab, the reset. Yes, of the age. Back then, we're already in the new age. We're not in the old age of the fish. Stinky deception. People are deceived still, though. And you can't change them. Don't even try. So I'm not fooled. And if I'm wrong, then so what? Remember, I didn't get the title shifted, but things still shifted. They're eating the dog's butts. I know, it's bad. I went to the DMV the other day. I said, I got a problem. My dog ate my title, and then the immigrant who moved in next to me ate my dog. I don't know what to do. No, I'm just kidding. Freaking Trump announces. See all I'm saying? The things, guys, that they're doing right now are so in people's face. If they don't realize it by now, they're not going to ever see it. So you're not going to convince anybody who votes in this next election that anything's going on. Everything's going to get great again. And there's nothing in Scripture that says to support that. It says birthing pains, which is the opposite of MAGA. So that's why he signals the coming of the Antichrist. He is not the Antichrist. He decorates his house with the Antichrist. That's one that's locked up in the place of no knowledge. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Dad's live streaming. What are you doing? Oh, you trying to make friends with me now? You knocked over my copy. Oh. Look at this dog. He was begging and he knew he didn't get no bone, so he's got to come over and try to say sorry to Dad. Suck up. Well, that's what you get for being a beggar. I don't like begging dogs. Ever. He thinks he's a lab dog. He weighs 130 pounds. Well, that's what you do. I told you, he's such a good boy. So, I don't know again, brothers, sisters. I don't know how people can't see this. The the World Wide Web at the top of the Freedom Tower. Who signed that? Who signed that? Barry did. His buddy, his behind buddy, Barry. and the Billeries and all that. It's all part of the. Oh my gosh, we got cats laying upside down on their back. Oh, Mr. Pants. We got dogs laying in the lap. This dog's 130 pounds, and he's laying in my lap like he's a lap dog. Look at this. Look how big he is. He's going all the way over here. There he is. He's big. He's big on his dad. Him loves his dad. Yeah, he's like, man, I shouldn't have begged. I shouldn't have begged. Oh, Dad didn't give me no pizza bones. I got to go suck up to Dad now. My 2 German Shepherds. All right, so you guys got it, right? Oh my gosh, the mockery, guys. I told this dog he's going to be dog meat tacos if he didn't give it up. Begging, he didn't get no pizza bones. So now he's sucking up to Dad. I don't know what he'll do to you. I have no idea. You might be nice. You might want to be nice to him. He's not really mean at all. He's really nice, but I don't know what happened if you be mean to him. Him, I know he'll be nice.
Oh, Marcy's on live stream. Let's get over here, Megan.
Pants, go over that way.
Get over here, Megan.
Sorry, the dog's coming through, guys. Ripping down our porch because you guys are plugged in. No worries. Priest on Sunday. You know what priest on Sunday is? That reminds me of a little joke my father used to tell me. He said, son, do you know what kind of meat priests eat on Sunday? Don't confess your sins to a man, brothers, sisters. That's blasphemy. I rebuke the Catholic Church. None! Get it? None? Just kidding. It's just a joke. We got them laughing again, boys. We're just having a good time in here. Thank you so much. Nothing but the same thing. We've got puppies in our lap here. You want to say hi to Sister Donna? Hey, now this one's over here sucking up to Dad too. Oh, we can't have 2 of them in the lap at the same time. You want to say hi? Don't kiss me. What are you doing? Oh my, Dango. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys.
You're good.
I'm getting attacked here by dogs.
Quit being jelly belly. Quit doing it.
They're attacking Dad. I don't know what's going on here. The dogs are taking over the live stream. We're being overtaken by dogs. They didn't like the dog meat taco. I guess that their dad taking it. They're taking that personally. I apologize. I don't really mean I was going to turn them into tacos. Just kidding. It's not Pacoima. Oh, I got the other one down at the bottom of me here too now. Listen, it's okay. I won't turn you into tacos. Now stop. I promise. I was just joking. Look, he's got that word. Look at that. I don't want to be tacos, Dad. I don't want to be tacos. All right, guys. Enough, pads. They're robbing the show, guys. Stop it. No kisses. What are you doing? Get out of there, Tango. Tango, get out of there. That's Dad's. I apologize. I'm being invaded by dogs. This one's climbing into my lap, trying to weasel his way in there now. All right, hey, we got a break. We got one ran away. All right, there we go. All right, we only got one. Mr. Yonder Boy here, Mr. Bonebone. Uh-oh, Mr. Bonebone. Oh, Mr. Bonebone. Him loves the dad, too. Okay, you come say hi to the dad. This is Mr. Pants. He loves the dad. He's part dingo. The dingo at the baby. Somebody left the dingo on the windowsill. Speak of the title. the dingo ate the baby. You're a good boy. I'm just kidding. You didn't eat the baby. You didn't eat the baby. He's quarter dingo. His mom was half wild dingo. His dad was blue heeler. And but he's half because he's very loyal. And I can just tell him I could just touch him like this and give him this much attention, that's all he needs, and he would go away. We won't do that to him now. He'll just let him hang out. But yeah, they're good boys. They love the dad. They're all, hey, puppies on the road, mobile. Uh-oh. And then the kitty's over here. Kitty's right here too. Just bit the dad. The kitty's been over here all the time. Look, kitty's been right here, playing with the dad. Playing with the dad. Kitty loves here. Kitty boy. Oh, the kitty's getting me with the paws. Your tail's gonna get. This is Yasher. Pants, stop it. This is Yasher boy, and he's biting me now. Oh, he's biting me. I'm getting kisses. Kitty bites. Kitty love bites. All right. Anyways, we're back. The dogs are taking over, and the animals are taking over. Okay, I think we're all done. Pants. Are we all done? Okay, all done. No. Man, I got it made. Look at this. I got the best animal. No, pants. Got it, boy. Okay, hips. All done. All done. Pants. All done. I normally have to tell him 2 times. Okay, cool. Let's get this. We got to get this fire going up in here. We're gonna get the. God said, "Let there be fire." Go, and so there was. No. So, tell me what your plan is for not having to kill somebody because they want to kill you for your stuff. Or maybe they're not thinking with their head on straight because all they can think of is their gut that's rotting because they don't have any extra food because they've never missed a meal in their life and they're diabetic. And all they've done is get stoned out of their mind and playing video games all day, going to the dispensary, or maybe they're not, maybe they're just Adderall to death. Instead of Ritalin, we'll give them Adderall, right? Medicine cabinet meth. A bunch of Mexican Americans coming to a neighborhood near you. Maybe they're already with you, but they're just hungrier than y'all. Mexican Americans are not. They're going to be hungry after they've missed a few meals because they've never missed a day. 3 meals, not even some. And people in America are so pampered they never missed 1 meal ever in their life. Ever. Not even 1 time. That's pretty pampered. Consult your doctor, but there's a reason why God wants us to fast, so that you don't turn into an a-hole. Oh, you're disgusting. Get that piece of crap out of here. I rebuke you. You're sick, vile puke. Vanity vain. I rebuke you, and we know you're by your unclean leaven. Oh, so yes. Okay, so let's get back to the subject here, because I just go off on Mr. Thumpstain over there. Is that Mr. King of Israel? Yeah, he loves Israel. It's going to bring you back under the Noahide laws, just like Israel. So, rip Christ down from the tree. So, go see Richie from Boston. He put out actually. Hold on, let me rewind that. Go see Jailbreak Overlander. That was a stupid rewind. I'm not a beatbox artist. That was terrible. That wasn't a rewind. That was psychobabble. But go see Jailbreak Overlander and go watch his last video, please, guys, about Israel. Thanks for coming in, Lady in Red. Appreciate your moderation, always is in the channel. We'll go back, do a little channel call out here. Thanks for coming in, guys, and hit the thumbs up button while you're here. Lady in Red is moderating, so we don't have no trolling in here anymore. We put that all behind us, so we're not going to allow trolls to come in and troll the channel. If I have a moderator, they'll just cancel you out. So we're not here to be friends with you. We're not here to turn goats into sheep. This is High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries, so this is a ministry, and we're not supposed to sup under this new covenant with vipers. So if you're not showing any clean, fruit, your fruit, we'll know you by your fruit. We'll cast your unclean truth out of here. Not going to have it, and it's okay. The channel's not here to gain numbers. It goes back and forth. It's pretty funny to see it seesaw back and forth here, but it's okay, because all we're trying to do is keep the people here that want to stay here and sup within the word in the narrow way. So we're going to continue to keep narrowing the channel and by the Father's words, and then he'll take care of the rest. So if you produce any unclean fruit, you try to troll, you'll be fired out of here. So but go see Richie from Boston at Jailbreak on Overland. He put a good video about Israel, and I've been teaching that Israel is not a one nation state. That's not Israel. Israel is the covenant that he made with all flesh and all four corners of the earth. It's not just some place in the desert. So I rebuke the place that calls themselves some special people under the old Noahide law, that they're some kind of set apart or special. It calls out Israel, and that's all flesh from all four corners of the earth, north, south, east, and west, not just in the middle of the desert. So anybody who says that is a blasphemy to this new covenant, and they can't teach it. And maybe someday I will be able to go to Israel and teach all these Noahide law idiots that don't understand what the covenant is, because I think they're just idiots. They're just unskilled, they go by the Talmud, they go by the Torah, they don't understand the wages of sin is death, and every one of them sin. So under the old covenant, the wages of sin was death, and so if you think you can go before the Father without a mediator and not hold yourself accountable to one sin, if you tell me you've never committed more than one sin, get out of here. Those who say they're without sin, the truth is not in them. It's not in you. So we've all sinned many a times. We've all done all these things. We've all coveted. We've all taken. We've all blasphemed God, taken away from God's word. So I can't do anything for those people, and I'm not trying to turn those goats, because the only way to the Father is through the Son. There's no way under this covenant. See, under the Old Testament, sure. But under the Old Testament, those 613 statutes, commandments under the Talmud, under the Torah, under the old law, the Levitical law, the Sabbatical law. I know the Torah. I know the Talmud. I know the Old Testament. I know the Mishnah. I know the Targum. I know what they don't know. I know about their perversion to the Halakha, the Haggadah. I know about Yeshua. I know about Shem. I know about these. I speak this dialect, this gloss that these people speak. So I could hold my weight with them, not even being concerned under their Talmud. I rebuke these idiots who don't have any understanding and do not represent and recognize the Hamashiach. They don't recognize the Hamashiach. They don't believe that we're in this age of all this wonderful can't happen until after the age, this millennia age is now here. He's with us. He destroyed the temple in 70 AD. The physical temple was destroyed. The covenant he made that day between 2 and 3 BC. Remember the birth of that age, and then he was birthed in flesh. What was it, 33 years of age? He was hung from a tree to make this covenant, a new covenant. That's why I rebuke everybody under this New Testament who goes outside their borders, who thinks there's some one-class special race or certain. There's only one race, the human race, and so no, it's all. You rip him down from the tree. The covenant he made with his bride. So if you don't, recognize what he did that day, then you're going under the Old Testament, and good luck. The wages of sin was death. So I don't care about anybody that doesn't believe this. They're an idiot to sit there and think you can stand before the Father without, like I told my son, you're on your own, buddy. Seriously, I don't care. You're 8 years old. If you die right now, I won't be there to hold your hand. You've got to get yourself ready to be there without Dad. I'm not your father. Your father is the person who's going to redeem, take you through this son. He's going to be there. You got to get yourself ready. I'm not going to be there to hold your hand. You're on your own, kid. Seriously, You could die today. I don't want to talk about this, but it might scare you, but so what? Life sucks, and then you die. Get over it. Life ain't fair. And then you die. So figure it out. What are you going to do when you die, son? Man, you shouldn't talk to your son about death like that. Yeah, you should. So, same thing. I don't care how old are you. Ready to go before the Father without a mediator? Stand there where the wages of sin is death and ready to face that? Good luck. You're an idiot. He's our mediator, brothers and sisters. He's there to cover our sins. Not that we just keep sinning over and over. That's what the problem with these people with the Talmud and the Torah. They don't understand that, well, there's no way this guy who went the way of Christianity, Christ wasn't a Christian. He wrote the letter to the 7 churches. They think he went off on Christianity. Christ wasn't a Christian. He was a Jew. He was the Lion from the tribe of Judah, from the house of David. I know the lineage. See, these people can't come against me because they're fake Jews is what they are. You don't go through this covenant and you don't understand. You want to go by the Noahide laws. The wages of sin under those laws was death. And that's why I keep telling you, why am I so over Trump? Because he wants to put you back under the Noahide laws. You don't think so? Just don't believe me. Just watch. And I'm not talking about idolism, or he's already said it. He is the king of Israel. Netanyahu said he is the king of Israel, brothers and sisters. So can you be any more in your face? 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. Gee, they're God of wrath and fire. See how that works? Aleph. I am the Aleph, I am the leader, I am the ox, the God that requires sacrifice. They would kill somebody who does not go by this. Literally kill them, like an infidel. Oh, so they're the same thing. Yes, a Jew is a Muslim. They'll kill on it. They said that. Just go watch Richie's from I don't know what to tell you. You're hearing it, man, on the street. I love it. That's what's cool. Let's get back to the message here. We'll stop the teaching. Yeah, right, Tracy. You're going to go right back to teaching. But I'll try not to teach. We'll learn the lesson about just by example. Is anything you own worth killing somebody for? Tell me what you got right now. Put in the chat that you have right now that's worth killing somebody over. Do you own anything that's made of dirt? And let me tell you, it all came from the dirt. Nothing didn't come from the dirt. It all came. It's going to go back to the dirt. Is anything you own made of dirt worth killing somebody over? Possession, something you possess, something you own, that's yours, that you have in your immediate possession. Thanks for coming in, lady in red. You got to go. Seriously, I mean, if you have a wife, she came from the dirt. If you have a husband, your kids came from the dirt. I mean, you can protect them. So maybe your family, I don't think you should let anybody kill your family. Okay? But other than that, any like material things that you own, because a lot of people are going to try to protect their stuff, guys. You have a right under the 4th Amendment. You do. Oh, even your material possessions. You do. Read it. I've gone over this channel. There's chapters that cover if somebody comes to you. I don't care who it is. Government, inspect. They only can come on your land by warrant. And they have to announce that warrant. I don't care who it is. Inspector, the federal government, the DOD. I don't care who they are. That's under your 4th Amendment. Your right to search and seizure, warrantless search and seizure. You have the right to be secure in your houses, papers, persons, and effects. There are titles under these. I'm not going to go into the whole, but if somebody comes onto your property and they come without warrant, you can deem them an intruder. You have to announce. People can wander on your property. Somebody might have not taken their medication, be a little out of their mind. If they're on your property and wander on your property, you can't just shoot them. But under the, your 4th Amendment, you can use your 2nd Amendment and deem them an intruder. And you can use the force necessary to deem them a threat to your person, property, health, or personal well-being. You have that right. So I'm not telling you to do that, though. I'm telling you don't do that. Not under dirt. Who cares about this stupid American crap? What about God's law? You'll be judged by the law that you go by. So F that Fourth Amendment that they made, that, all that other crap over possessions. Would you kill somebody over something that you own that's material? Somebody try to come kill your dog. I know you might be, that's another one that might be questionable, but maybe steal your side-by-side, your car. Most people, you'd be justified in America as long as you didn't shoot somebody in the back. And I'm not telling you to do these things again. I'm telling you not to, is what I keep telling you. Get away from these people that want to do these things. Find another way out of this. And that's not going to be around people. So the number one killer will be population density. The more people, ill-prepared people you're around, the better chance you have of losing your life. So they're going to come try to take your stuff. Maybe they'll come try to take it because they think you can get money and go sell it for some food. Maybe they just come on your property and you just look like a big chicken bone or something. You ever seen that cartoons where he's looking at him, he's so hungry, he's like, looks like a big ham bone or something? He's drooling. That's what you look like to some of these people. Honey, you get the chicken bone, I'll take the ham bone. What is that? What are they talking about, honey? You might come across some hungry people. That's what I think you should get prepared for. Ill-prepared people. So how do you get prepared for that? Get away from them. Or have so much food that you can just give it away. Abundance. Do you have that much food right now? How many people can you feed right now? You shut your doors, shut your gates. How many people can you feed for how long? Yeah. So, what do you got? How much water you got? How long could you survive if the water went off? You have a water filter? See, this is what I'm saying. Most people are ill-prepared, like Solo over here, Han Solo. They got muted because he's an idiot with his leaking venom out his orifices, his pie hole. So, tell me what your plan is. Speak up. Speak now or forever hold your peace. You don't have so much time before things continue to break down even further. Nothing's going to get great again. I rebuke anybody who thinks things are going to get better. You don't read the Word of God. You don't study it, and it's not in you. And I rebuke you. Nothing on this rock is getting better. The weather is increasing. Tell me we have seasons anymore. Weather alone. Tell me this is normal weather that we've been shattering highs and lows. The seasons are all off. We just had the largest storm ever recorded, single largest event in historical record recorded single rain event in a single one-time event ever. Helene ripped North Carolina, shredded that. The state will never be rebuilt. The eastern or the western portion of that state. There's no insurance for flood insurance. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. Only the people in North Carolina care about it probably right now. Or those people there that are affected by it. Isn't that suck? Isn't that the stupidest thing you ever heard? That should be such national. We should have literal protests in the streets in every single state right now. Protesting Donald Trump. Protesting Joe Biden, Kamala. Protesting every congressman, every senator, everybody who works for the UN. Everybody who works for United. All of this system. FEMA on top of this, for the diversion of donations to immigrants as people are still cut off and without supplies. There should be not riots in the street, but people should be protesting this government on because if this event happens again, they're not going to ever save you. Anybody sits around and thinks the government can save you, look at Hurricane Katrina. Look how they dealt with that situation. Look how they just dealt with the people in Tennessee, the people in North Carolina, the people in South Carolina, the people in Georgia. The stuff that's been done in Florida, it's ridiculous. It's sickening. It's disgusting. And yet people are going to vote for these people with this system. It's worse. That's what I'm saying. They're the filth, the disgust next to veterans that go kill people in other countries or support this beat system. The only thing you can worse to be right now as a veteran is somebody who votes for this system that enslaves people, that goes out and, uses all these Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy. It goes out and jackboot thugs with our SWIFT system since 1973 for 50 years, force other nations to pay for all U.S. oil priced 1973, 50 years ago, the building of the towers to be dropped under oil wars. Get out of here. See what I'm saying? That whole thing with 9/11, it's ridiculous. Bin Laden was an oil tycoon, did business with the Bushes. It's just ridiculous. It's all about these banksters. Oh yeah, those are gonna get nice and crispy quick, huh? So I flip some of those and put some of these on. Crisp those up too. How hot is that? If not, hold on 1 second. We're heating up some more pizza. Was that all of the pieces left?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a couple. I had a couple. I'll have one more. One slice. That'd be 3 each. But anyway, again, I keep pointing this out, guys, because this is the system that is, going against people, and they're not going to be here to save you. There's nobody that really got saved. Like, it took how long for people? You can only go 3 days without water, brothers and sisters. And how long did it take for the government to get response in this case? A week or something before people actually start. People riding in by themselves on ATVs, going around this crap. But I rebuke that everybody who is just blind to this. And if you haven't seen it, then you're ignorant. That's okay. Or an idiot. And it means you just don't know. And that's fine. I'm not holding you. But how are we just letting this slide? How is this whole nation? Tango, stop it. Stop whining. There's no reason for you to whine. You're just being spoiled. Go on. Go lay down. I'll let you out in a little bit. But I don't know why this is not talked about. This is how weak this nation is. Nobody cares unless it's happening in their neighborhood. But I care every day for the people of Lahaina. I still care about those people that were disappeared when Xi Jinping came to the United States and went to Chinatown, and they just disappeared all those people that were on the streets, cleaned it up nearly overnight when they could have done that at any time. But just like the Winter Olympics, over in China, they did the same thing. They did it here. Where are all those people? Where are all the people that disappeared on the streets that day in San Francisco? Nothing has ever been reported on it since. Things just come and go in this nation, and people forget. It's so yesterday. It's so 30 seconds ago. And so my heart is just torn. Every day I think about those people. I do not mention it. Every day I try to mention the people in North Carolina because our government, the way they dealt with it. So this government is rogue and should be dismantled immediately. There should be no 2024 elections. This is the government our founding fathers, Trump included. So, I'm telling you, this has gone back since Bush, before Nixon suspended the convertibility of the dollar. So all these clowns who've been on this oil kick, and there's tech that we have right now, Stinky Muskrat, Tesla tech, all this anti-gravitics, electrogravitics, free energy, perpetual motion, all these assisted, this is something that there never should have been one oil war. We don't need oil. We never needed oil. Not since the 1800s. They had a car that could go over 1,000 miles on a single charge, and stinky Elon Muskrat won't let your car go 500 miles. I rebuke Elon Musk. I rebuke that man. I really wish that he was never alive. And I can't say that that's not because it's part of God, but he's just so sheer evil. He's so evil to see. is so plain. I called him out long before he went. And it's so ironic that Trump said he's going to be something about his advisor too. And nobody's talking about his economic advisor or something like that. That's just disgusting. I was so right about that. Not that like I write about everything, but here you are, Mr. Iron Man himself. I'm going to upload your conscious to the web or Starlink or whatever that nonsense, the chimera, this is disgusting. That man is so filthy. But back to the lesson. Tesla Tech, hello. We never needed to kill any people over oil. Oil should have never been used. Although it could have been, not at the level, at a micro level. But it was never about oil. It was about controlling the nations with our military and making them pay with a SWIFT system, forcing every nation, using our reserve currency status to create what was, remember we told everybody, put all your gold in Fort Knox. Now we're like, hey, now we'll protect all our oil fields, with the greatest military. We'll protect all your gold with the greatest military. Now, well, forget about the gold thing. We'll just suspend the Bretton Woods agreement and or the the convertibility. We'll do this Bretton Woods agreement where Kissinger will go over and broker the Saudi nations and say the OPEC nation said, all right, we'll guard all your oil fields with our greatest military ever. And now after 1971, Richard Nixon suspends the convertibility of the dollar. We come up with a SWIFT system. This is an exchange for the trade of oil. And now we reprice in 1973 all oil in the US dollar. Force every nation in the world to pay for oil with US dollar. And we get a little bit of piece of the pie of everybody's dollar. That's the money changers in scripture, brothers. So we're one of the most filthy nation to ever walk this earth. Over oil, I rebuke it. And Trump knows this. Actually, I want to bring this up. I think his name is Global Invest. Look at this gentleman. He put out this video. He's not left or he's not right. Donald Trump is the one who legislated when Joe Biden sold the strategic oil, sold almost all of it. Trump wanted to sell even more. And it was the Republicans that made Biden sell that oil. If Joe Biden did not sell the strategic oil, he would have been not following what Trump had legislated. And then the legislation that comes in, these people who voted this crap in, and Biden, the actor, comes in and they go, oh my God, Biden sold all that. That was done by legislation under the Trump administration. And if Trump had his way, he would have sold even more oil. So you're just an idiot. You don't know anything about this, what's going on with these people. And I'm not insulting you. You just not studied. Look up that guy's channel, Global Invest. I'm pretty 98% sure that's it. And look at the video he did about how Donald Trump legislated the oil that Joe Biden sold. And if he wouldn't have done that, he would have been breaking the law. And the Republicans went after Joe Biden like he was, when they're the ones who voted it in. I keep telling you they're two wings to the same dragon. Joe Biden is Donald Trump. Joe Biden is Richard Nixon. Kamala Harris is Donald Joe Biden, Barry Soetoro, Obama, Trump, Nixon, Kennedy. They're all the same system that's enslaved people since 1973 with the U.S. dollar paying for all U.S. oil. All oil be priced in the U.S. dollar. And if not, we'll come blow your country up. We used to bring our engineers to fix your country back. We don't do that anymore. Halliburton, all these contractors, and they don't do that anymore. Schools, prisons, now that's what they build. Yeah. Well, remember, ask Gaddafi how that worked out for him, huh? Got drugged behind a car, raped, because he was going to pay for oil something other than the U.S. dollar. They never did find any weapons of mass destruction, did they? Saddam, how did it work out for Saddam? Oh, he was going to pay with the Iraqi dinar for gold. Oh, we weren't having that as a U.S. Nope. They call me the scapegoat bin Laden. There you go, guys. So I rebuke Donald Trump. He knows all this. He's the one whose family has the tech, the anti-gravitics, the electrogravitics. That's why he legislated, because he's going to bring this system in. I've already said that. It's their signal they don't need oil anymore. I'm the only blogger that said that. I don't know if any other platform said they sold the strategic oil because they're telling you they don't need it anymore, you idiots. That's exactly what I said. Probably said it 50 times now already, at least in the last year. That's the signal. We don't need oil. We're bringing in our new anti-gravitics, electric gravitics. We're going to space farce you first, though. Alien technology, and put a bunch of our DARPA robots and nanobots at your door to find the cracks in your weaknesses, and you're going to do what we tell you, or you are going to be socially discredited, and we'll shut your money off. Because if you don't already are growing your own vegetables, you're going to go into the new system. If you're not making your own power, you're going into the new system. If you don't have your own well, you're going into the new system. You are going to be dependent, and they are going to cancel this cash, not by taking it away, by fee. They will fee you on cash and make it so expensive, like we did to everybody else to pay for the US dollar for oil. We will fee you for just paying with the dollar. It will be so reasonably priced on their new system that you won't have, honey, we better do this. We can't make it. Honey, it's $10 for that piece of candy bar. And now they're only like 50 cents again on this new system. What are you going to buy? Honey, let's get, how many candy bars can we get? Yeah, that's how they're going to do it. Freebies, handouts, near nothing prices. Plus, most of it will be printed by the mile. Candy bars printed by the mile. Food printed by the mile. Meet George Jetson, 3D printed food. His dog, Elroy. No, Boston Dynamic DARPA dogs. Hello, is anybody in there? We're doing a welfare check. They're not answering. Send in the DARPA dog. DARPA dog's in here doing a welfare check. So your neighbors called. They're woke. So welfare. 2 people call your family and they can do a welfare check on you. They're going to come to your door and bang it down. Mr. Executive Order, Mr. Red Flag Gun Laws. Remember, I'll bring it the National Guard to your door. Now they just passed a thing where they can use the military against you. F this government and F the military, because they're going to use the military against you now. America, are you ready? Didn't they have that movie? What was it? Something Civil War or something that they put out? The Obamas put out a movie too. What the hell are the Obamas doing in the movie industry? It's all an act. I've been telling you that. They're actors. Look at what's going on. Diddy party much? Anybody want to share some baby oil party stories? Sickening people, all of them. And anybody who supports these people, I think Trump was at some of them Diddy parties bathing up, oiling up too, wasn't he? Let's expose creepy Trump for being at EpiPen Island, and I think he was hanging out with Diddy. He did pardon Lil Wayne, his Gemini buddy. Was Lil Wayne at a Diddy party? Does a bear take a crap in the woods? So I think so. So there you go. The 45th president is a Diddy oil party. He likes to party. Diddy style. Expose him. Shine a light on him. Extra oil. Diddy party. See? See how much they pervert that? Donald Diddy Trump. Donald P. Diddy. That was the first. Hashtag that out. Make America oil free. Well, P. Diddy oil free. So seriously, all their bath parties, bathos, butos, no bathos, no busos. So this is the kind of people you should get away with from, guys. People who support Donald Trump. Yeah, that's the worst people I think that have ever walked the face of this earth. In my opinion, now opinions are like a-holes. Everybody's got one, right? So I rebuke him. He's the most sick, disgusting character I've ever seen walk about the earth. Them too. Donald Trump, remember, he wasn't a Democrat or a Republican. He was an actor. Like his buddy Joe, you know, his twin, EpiPen Island boy. Remember his phone was pinged to the island and back to Trump Tower? I wonder how many billions of dollars it has to have your name blotted out of that black book. You have to be pretty rich, huh? You can't blot the pinging away from the phone, can you? Uh-oh, Captain Crunch. You can't get away with the crunch because the crunch always gives you away. Let me see the roof of your mouth. No, it's creepy Trump. Creepy Trump. Creepy Trump. Creepy. He's creepy because he likes Joe. There are two Joes. Joe, P. Joe, file to the same pod. Island, pen, epi, pen. I think they've had their thingies and their dingy, their orifices. Phallics and orifices, phallics and orifices. Switcho, changeo, flippo. Hey, it's Barry's turn. Hey, Billary wants to come over here and get some too. They're baby oil parties, remember? Red and blue. Don't you remember Rome? Why do you think they want you to put on a mask? What do you think it happens at mask parties? They have sex with people that they don't know, and they wear the mask so they can get away with it, so they can say that, well, I don't know who the hell I was. Kind of some innocence, you know? It's a fantasy, if you will. See why they want you to put on the mask? It was a masquerade. Did you participate in their sex party, sex ritual, the corona, the masquerade? That one's gonna be hotter. That one's gonna be a lot hotter.
Must be good.
Okay. So, the best thing I would do is get away from people who support Trump and support Joe and support Kamala and support red or blue. Democrat, donkey, Republican, elephant. I told you that. Things are getting that bad. Things are far worse than that. What you think they're marked? Don't be scared. Be prepared. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Don't just thrive, right? Yeah. Well, you don't know how to thrive, do you? Abundance. Don't be scared. Tax the man. Tax the man by growing tomatoes. Are you conservative or something anymore? I don't care about Democrats or Republicans. They're both the same thing. They are the same thing. They're not any worse. They're not any worse. I'm from a time where that didn't even matter. See, I got gray in my beard. Nobody cared whether you were red or blue, Democrat, Republican, right? People can hang out with somebody. You don't sup with vipers, but it wasn't a deal breaker for somebody. Hey, what's going on? Oh, you're a Republican. I'm not talking to you. That's how people are now. Oh, you're a Democrat. Oh, my God. You like Trump? No, you like Biden. Oh, my God. You like Trump. Well, Trump did this. You like Biden. Oh, Biden did this. Oh, you like Trump. They're stupid. These people are idiots now. These people who support both these people, either one are idiots. Watch. When I was older or younger, because I'm older now, a man didn't care. He'd get his wife, he'd get the kids, they'd go hang out at their neighbor's house. Most people owned their homes back then too, but they weren't renters in neighborhoods. And they would hang out. They had barbecues in neighborhoods. They were all owned by, the whole subdivision was owned by homeowners. Totally different time. But they would hang out like your neighbor. He might have been more conservative, and so he would consider himself more Republican. And maybe this guy involved that, hey, people need help. I'm more, believe in social programs. I'm more liberal, and so I'm going to be more vote towards the Democratic side because I was raised more conservative. And so just, I'm just trying to give you. So they didn't give a crap. We didn't not fight with each other. We didn't even put flags on our lawns like red. Oh my God, Rome, blue. Oh my God, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Divide and conquer. Democrat, Republican. We didn't care. And the thing that sucks It was all about the kids. So F you stupid idiots who play this stupid game. I hate you. Not you, but I hate what you do. I'm not a hateful person, but I hate that the children, little Johnny did his first backflip off the diving board in the pool. But you idiots can't even hang out with each other because did you hear what Trump did? You like Biden. I can't stand Biden. You like Trump? Like that fast. They snap that fast to each other. They will not even talk to each other. See, I might not agree with this guy 2 or 3 or 4 or 5%. We leave that alone. We talk about other things. We hang out. We drink a couple beers. We smoke a couple bowls. Whatever we do, we decide the kids hang out. Little Johnny gets his first kiss from Jenny. It's innocent. It's puppy love. Oh my God, it was so cute to see that. They turned out to be high school sweethearts. I'm not advocating sex, brother and sister, but you took this from these children because you freaking idiot adults can't even talk to each other. They played hide and seek and they found this little trinket or something. There was this story about this loss. You took all the story away from whatever it is, the children. F you. You took this away from the children. I rebuke you. You took the children's things away from them because the adults couldn't act like adults. You are idiots. And I rebuke everybody who votes because you all do the same thing. I've never met anybody that's so not now. If you're even voting in this system, I think you're an idiot now. I told you, I think you do the works of your father, the devil. And I don't want to hear that crap. If you don't have a vote, you don't have a voice. That's the stupidest thing ever. You're going to take somebody's First Amendment right away because they don't vote. F off. I don't want to hear it. I'm a veteran. We don't kill women and children in other countries, so people have to shut up because they don't vote. F you. Stick that in your verbal calculator and add that up. That's only 2 letters. F you. Seriously. You want to make it easier for you? Make it more single? Can't hear it? I'll turn it up. Now we got in stereo. Dolby. No. Seriously. Democrat, Republican, I don't care who you are. You make the kids suffer because you play this stupid divide and conquer game. They want you to fight with each other. Red team, blue team. It's called divide and conquer. And it's working flawlessly. So it sucks, man. Think about the kids. No springboard, no backflip, no little treasure, no first kiss, no nothing. You took it all away. And you're adults and you act like children. So, you know what I'm saying? What a bunch of Nimrods, huh? What a bunch of idiots punishing the children for their own pleasures. I hate adults that act like children because they make the children suffer. Sucks. We used to just hang out, put it to the side, and the kids got doing. And like I said, we both got a little buzz, if you will, or something, but nobody was driving. It was innocent, moderation. Nobody got hammered. Nobody's just, maybe didn't have to include any of that. Could have just been a glass of tea or something. Doesn't have to include an alcohol beverage or an adult beverage or any medicine. What generation made society different? The generation that said she's not a lesbian if she kisses her. That's not lesbian. That's not gay. It's okay if she kisses her. I'm right. You asked for it. You got it. You better get a Toyota. So I'm not wrong on that anymore. I don't care anymore, Mr. Phil. Seriously, think about it. I'm not wrong. Before that, it was wrong for a man to kiss a woman in public. It was called PDA, public display of affection. It was frowned on, and we do the monster mash if we saw a man kiss another man in public. And we do the mash. Remember, as long as nobody went to the emergency room, we do the monster mash. I'm not advocating physical violence. Remember, we do the mash. It was a graveyard. No, if nobody went to the hospital, the cops just shut up about it. Yes, remember that? Bashing. It was a graveyard bash. No, remember? Honey, come on, have a scissor party. Do paper cutouts with your sister or your friend. Does that make sense? That's when everything changed, huh? Children are never supposed to see sex, brothers and sisters, ever. That's when things change in this nation. I hate this nation so much. I really do. I hate what it stands for. That children are allowed to see any kind of sexual act in any way. A man being changed into a woman in any way is an abomination. It's not acceptable and pleasing in God's eyes. No, it's not. That's the perversion. If you think that, you're perverted. Your tolerism, your wokeism has got you twisted, and I rebuke you. God is never going to tolerate a child seeing any act of sex. It wasn't tolerated in society, so there you go. That's when this country changed completely. And it didn't happen overnight, but it started with guys saying, no, if she kisses her, that's not gay. They're not lesbians. They were just having a paper party. Can I watch? Remember, guys? See? See what I'm saying? Let's be real. When did this nation change? When they made it legal in 50 states, huh? Barry, signed it at the top of the Freedom Tower, the One World Tower. Married to who? Not Manshell, Reggie, Oregon State Beaver. So you want to know when the society changed? I'll give it to you. I'm historical record more than most people ever. I pay attention to the details. The devil is in the details. So you know.
Don't burn yourself. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Chewy, I eat some chewy food. Get some chewy here.
My bad. We get some pizza and like, not gate. So let's Robin. All right. No more questions. I don't care anymore, Phil Collins. So, what you can do about people, ill-prepared people? Guiding plan? They're going to probably want to kill you because they're going to be hungry and they don't even know it. They've lost their mind, brothers, sisters. They're not thinking with their head anymore. Mm-hmm. That's hotter than a humped up box. So we heated that up on the wood stove. Didn't have to pay the power bill for that. There'll be no taxes for that heated pizza there. And I traded a truck for the firewood, for the fuel. See? My taxation is very little. I mean, I still get taxed because I have a cell phone bill. I buy fuel, but I try to pay the least amount of taxes to this beast as I can. So, what's your plan? Nobody's answered my questions. All right, I don't know anymore. You don't get any more questions, okay? Your comments are okay, but no more questions. Been cut off like a bartender. So you're not producing any fruit. So you got to produce fruit to be here. Otherwise, we won't have you. So who's buying a Toyota and who's not? Who owns a Toyota? You're going to have to produce some kind of comment in the chat for if you want to stay now. Let's tighten her down. Put a Toyota in the chat if you have one. If you don't, put no Toyota. If not, please leave. Thank you. It's okay if you don't have one, but you can't hang out here. I want to see 14 answers or pound saying, get out of this chat right now. Failure. Seriously, I'm calling you a failure. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. You want to see a failure? Somebody doesn't do anything about it. So shut up in here. Don't say anything, failure. I normally don't ask for comments. Sometimes I say people could just sit in here because people come after 6 months and say, man, I've been watching the whole time and I decided to make a comment. But right now I'm not standing for that. So do you have a Toyota or not? The reason I'm asking this question is you need to get off the road. You need to make your own road. So if I don't see any questions, I'll just shut the stream down and I'll just enjoy the rest of my night. It's already done my work in here for the day. So no, you don't have to leave if you don't have a Toyota, but you have to leave if you don't make a comment. I want to see some participation a little bit. I don't want to feel like I'm just talking to my normals like you, lady, and ready to make a comment when I ask for a comment. So got about 5 seconds. I'm shut the stream down. Love you guys, but I'm not going to sit here and hang out with you. You just want to sit around and jerk your chain in here all night. There's another site for that. It's called The Hub. Go pull it somewhere else. Don't try to pull my chain and I won't pull yours or whatever. Jerk yourself or whatever. Blow whatever flute you want, but don't pull mine or blow on mine, please. Love you guys. Always Agape.